Welcome back, everybody. Laptop Pound here with another update about one of our favorite games, the best simulation game out there in baseball that is Out of the Park. And Out of the Park Baseball 25 this evening on Wednesday, March the 6th, put out a video with Dr. Dynastic and OOTP Development's Rich Grisham. And in this video, they discussed about some of the new features that we're going to see in OOTP 25, both in the base game and in the perfect team. I'll leave a link for this video down below. However, I'm going to highlight some of the key things that they talked about during this 30-minute interview. And I think if you've been playing OOTP for a while, you're going to get a lot of fun out of this version. So let's get into it. But before we do, a quick little reminder, Out of the Park Baseball 25, of course, celebrating its 25th version of the game. Yeah, it's been around for 25 years now. And over the course of the next few days, couple weeks, they are releasing information about what you can expect in all aspects of OOTP. They've already done an interview with Marcus Heinsohn. Again, you know Marcus, the creator, the brilliant mind that brought us OOTP back in 1997, 98. It's been a while now. On February the 28th, Dr. Dynastic had a in-depth interview with a couple of the developers, a couple of the programmers with Out of the Park, Matt Arnold and William Bae. And today, they are talking about the partnership that Out of the Park Development's going to have with the Hall of Fame. Again, you can get OOTP 25. Pre-order it now. If you pre-order it in the next week or so, you're going to save 30%. So for me, it cost me $45.49 Canadian. If you live in the USA, it will cost you $34.99. 30%, one of the largest discounts they've had for a release of their game ever. So save 30%, and if you purchase before March 15th, 30% off, access to the beta version of the game March 12th, and as I said, a few perfect packs if you play Perfect Team. Of course, this interview was focused on the partnership that OOTP has formed with the National Baseball Hall of Fame. This has been in the works for a while now, and Rich Grisham sounded excited. He sounded like a kid in a candy store. I couldn't wait until the community got to experience what OOTP is going to offer in terms of Hall of Fame content. So again, we'll highlight some of the things that Rich Grisham talked about, but you can, again, catch the full interview by going to the link in the description box. And as I'm going through some of the things, we'll watch some of the highlights from OOTP 24. If you've never played this game before, you're not going to get that, MLB The Show or the big company kind of graphics. What you're getting is the best simulation with statistics and facts and numbers and box scores. The most in-depth baseball game you will ever play. And over the last few years, they've really been working on upping their game in the animation and visual department. So you're going to get a little look at what OOTP looks like if you want to actually watch a game being played. If you've ever been to Cooperstown, you know what the Hall of Fame is about. You get your artifacts, you get your exhibits, you get your baseball history. And Rich Grisham said that he doesn't want to simply create a virtual Hall of Fame. That's not what this partnership's about. What it's about is giving you a little bit of a Hall of Fame experience, kind of like an add-on to the Hall of Fame. And over the course of, a few weeks, we're going to start to see Hall of Fame content being integrated into the base game. And the developers, the content creators for Perfect Team are going to find ways to incorporate Hall of Fame material into the different cards and into the different sets as well. So every couple weeks, you're going to see a new component to an area that they have set up within the game. Rich talked about that you'll be able to go into this area, whether you click a tab or go into a menu, and you're going to be able to access some Hall of Fame material. And as the course of the year goes on, they're going to add new content to this area. So, really excited. It's not just about looking at what's already in the Hall of Fame, but it's also to experience the Hall of Fame in a different way. The other key aspect that Rich was focusing on is a completely different mode that we're going to see in OOTP 25. And this is what excites me the most because for many, many years, OOTP has, they've improved things. The game engine has improved, the AI has improved, the graphics have improved. And of course, we haven't seen a lot of new modes. And we did get Perfect Team, and now we're going to see something called Drive for the Pennant. And Drive for the Pennant is a new way of experiencing out of the park developments. If you're a franchise player, you might have simmed through season after season after season. And for some people, after a while, they lose interest in the game because they just don't have the time to work the finances and work the trade market and look for international free agents and deal with injuries, that it becomes a little bit too much for some people. Rich Grisham said that one of his goals has always been to avoid some of the complexities, especially for the new players to OOTP, to not make it too overwhelming. So Drive for the Pennant is going to help address some of that. Now, it won't release immediately with the game. It'll come out within a couple weeks after the game comes out on March the 15th. But what this experience will be is that you're going to have the chance to enter into key points of a season. Now, maybe it's the bottom of the sixth inning. Your pitcher is tired. It's a tie game. And you're going to go into that game and you're going to have to make that key decision. Do I pull my pitcher? Do I keep him in for a little bit longer? Maybe it's late in the season. You're 2 games out of the playoffs. Your ace starter only has 3 days rest. You need to win this game. Do you bring your ace starter in on short rest? That's what Drive for the Pennant is going to be about. It's going to speed up a season and input you as the manager every once in a while into these key situations. So rather than playing out inning by inning or game by game, you're going to be able to play out key situations and immediately find out whether or not you made the right decision or the wrong decision. So that's pretty cool. So in terms of gameplay, in terms of call-ups, in terms of signings, all those kind of things, you never know when you're going to be brought into the game. So look for Drive for the Pennant, a new feature being brought into OOTP 25 within a few weeks of release. The goal for Drive of the Pennant, as Rich mentioned, was to create a roller coaster ride baseball experience where you go through the ups and the downs and some decisions you get a little bit nervous about having to make, and some decisions you may regret afterward. A roller coaster ride with OOTP 25. Again, that will release a few short weeks after the game comes out on March the 15th. Part of this drive to the pennant also is to get feedback. One of the topics that Rich focused on quite a bit was the community and the great community that OOTP has. Whether you're on the forums, whether you're on the Discord, whether you follow them on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, or whether you watch many of the wonderful affiliate streamers on Twitch. The feedback is so critical for the OOTP team. And Rich just said that, you know what? Once this drive for the pennant has been out for a while, we're going to listen to the feedback. We're going to tweak it. We may change it around a little bit, but we definitely want the community input once they've played it for a while. Those were the 2 key things that Rich Grisham talked about in this interview tonight, was the relationship with the Baseball Hall of Fame and this new feature, Drive for the Pennant. He also teased something for Perfect Team. Oh, yes, he did. He said that in his many meetings and discussions with OOTP development members all over the world, the word combinator came up. And when pressed for more details, all he could whisper was, "It's in perfect team." So we'll find out what he meant by the combinator in just a week's time. Yes, in less than a week, you will be able to play the beta version of Out of the Park Developments if you have pre-ordered it. So go to ootpdevelopments.com. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Go check out the video. And again, I'll leave a link for that in the description box, and pre-order. This is going to be the best version of OOTP ever. So looking forward to it. Play the beta 3 days early and then download the first official non-beta version on Friday, March the 15th. Again, perfect team, base game, franchise, historical play, fictional leagues, whatever your jam is, now you get to drive for the pennant. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Laptop Hound with another update about what to expect in OOTP 25 on Monday, March the 11th. You can catch Paul Sporer as he gives us a look inside Perfect Team 25. Thank you guys. Please subscribe, like, share this video. Go catch me out on Twitch, where I stream live 4 times a week on twitch.tv/laptophound. And just by watching, you can earn some perfect standard packs for your OOTP play. And here's a video. You might want to check this one out if you want to see some more of my OOTP content. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next episode.